I am fine, thank you so much.
All good?
Very well, teacher. Very well.
Good.
How was your weekend?
Yeah, it was fine. What did I do? Nothing. No, I didn't do anything. No, I didn't do anything. You're just watching football. That's it. That's all I did. Just watch football. And yeah, nothing else. What about you? What did you do?
Mm, I was calm.
You were what?
Calmado.
So yeah, it was calm.
Calm. I
Yeah.
was calm, and I was watching series.
All right. Good.
Mhm.
Very good. So what did you watch?
I was watching the series War Room is movie.
Oh, a movie. You watched a movie.
Yes,
Okay.
exactly.
All right. And was it good?
Sorry?
Was it good? Was it a good movie or no?
No,
No, was it no?
movie.
But was it good or no? Was it bad?
It's good.
Yeah.
It's good. Very good.
Okay. Oh, no, I mean, I didn't. Yeah, I didn't do anything. I mean, I watched. I watched. I watched a few movies, and then and then football. Yeah, movies and football. That's all I did. It's really what all I do. I just watch movies and football or TV shows, and then that's it. Like, don't watch anything else. Like for example, like last night, I was watching. Well, I watched it again. You know the Matrix. You know the movie The Matrix.
Okay.
Yeah, you know. So I mean, I didn't watch them. I mean, I watched the Animatrix. Do you know that one? The Animatrix.
Okay.
El Animatrix.
Ajá.
Es que es una serie de, digamos, son cortometrajes. Como que juntaron 9 cortometrajes con respecto al universo de Matrix y como ya diferentes cosas. Y algunas son bien buenas, así como que very good. So like for example, you have it shows like for example how it all started, how the war between humans and the machines, how that all started. Like I mean, where did it all begin? It shows that, and so that part. So they're all different stories. So they have all the movies have different names. So that one has 2 parts. So it's called the Second Renaissance. So el segundo renacimiento, así se llama ese cortometraje, parte 1 y parte 2, el segundo renacimiento. And it's really good because it's very scary. So, like because it's very violent and very graphic. I remember watching it once when I was a kid. I was like 11 years old the first time I saw it. And there's a part like there's a lot of parts, but there's some of them that I remember like they really stuck. They're like, oh no, like because it's really violent because there's a part in which like there's this guy in this machine, like a human who's fighting the machines, and then the machines just grab him, just like tear him apart, just like they rip their arms off, and he's shouting like, no, and you're like, oh my god, like it's so violent, and you're like, oh wow, this looks amazing. And like I remember when I watched it when I was a kid, and I was like, what? Like I was like, I remember that so well. But the thing is that when I watched it when I was a kid, I didn't know that it was different shorts, que eran diferentes cortometrajes. Entonces como que lo veía y cambiaba el estilo, porque como son nueve diferentes cortometrajes y están hechos en estilo de anime y son diferentes directores. Entonces el estilo cambia, porque son diferentes directores, entonces el estilo cambia. Entonces yo no entendía nada, así, ¿por qué cambió? ¿Quién es este? ¿Quién es este otro? No entendía nada, porque ni siquiera sabía que existían los cortometrajes cuando tenía esa edad. Pues pasaron muchos años y lo vi de nuevo y ya lo entendía mucho más. Pues, ya, ahora ya entiendo todo. Sí, porque me acuerdo que lo vi y no entendía nada. Así que dije, qué malo, porque no lo entendía. Y ahí después lo entendí. Ya. Ahora sí.
Así pasa,
Sí,
así pasa.
sí. Hello, Heidi.
Hi, hello.
¿Se demoró en conectarte?
I went to drink a little water.
Oh, all right. Okay.
Yes.
All right. Yeah, because I was like, what's going on? Like it was
Yes,
taking a while. So all right.
Yeah,
That's what it was.
Yes, it was good. Everything good.
Okay, good. So how are you? How was your weekend, Heidi?
Good. This time I was descansado, ¿cómo se dice?
I rested. Descansar.
I rested. Yeah, this weekend.
Good.
So, yeah, good. Mm-hmm.
That's good.
Mm-hmm.
Good. So did you do anything? Like, I mean, did you go out or were you just at home, just like
No,
just relaxing?
I just stayed home because basically the weather here in Morelia is bad. It's raining and stuff like that. So don't just go to do anything.
Yeah, it's because like here in Jalapa as well. Like, I mean, it's been raining every day, but it's funny because in the morning it doesn't rain, but then in the afternoon comes it's raining. It's like it's been like that for like 2 weeks now. It's just like, what's going on?
Yeah, here is rare sometimes because in the morning you see light, you say, oh, I can put my clothes outside today.
Yeah, exactly. Wash the clothes.
But in 1 hour after, it's raining.
Yeah. Oh, I hate when that happens. Oh, it's so annoying. Like, because you wash your clothes and everything is fine. You hang them up. It's like, all right, there's enough sun. And then half an hour later, it's raining. Like, oh, la ropa.
And it's still wet.
Yeah, and it's still wet. And you're left like, oh my God. And you have to like try and find places to hang it around your house, like on the chair and like, I don't know. Oh. Como de señoras.
Yes, I know, but this is what it is.
But it's like you have to do it. Like, I mean, you have to wash your clothes, and you're like, I mean, like, there's nothing you can do. Like,
yeah, I know.
Oh God, oh, it's funny. It's very funny. But yeah, so it seems that we all had a chilled weekend. Yeah, no.
Yeah.
Good to hear. So what I wanted to ask you about, because ahora no sé cómo es, quizás tú, Raúl, tú sepas más porque tú has estado acá en know-how y todo, pero el próximo jueves es feriado, ¿no es cierto? Que es 16, es feriado,
Así
¿no
es
cierto? Sí,
así
ya.
es.
Entonces,
I
supongo...
never remembered this kind of things.
Son los más importantes feriados.
Yeah.
So, supongo que nosotros no deberíamos tener clase. O sea, no deberíamos. Sí.
Of course.
Of course.
Of course.
So, because that's the thing, okay, so next Thursday it should be the next presentation. Remember, it's 4 in total, so we're halfway. So ahí es donde quiero ver dónde lo podríamos meter en la siguiente presentación. Prácticamente, claro, eran los jueves cada segunda semana, cada la 2, la 4, la 6, la 8. Entonces, claro, el próximo jueves, como es feriado, irá a ser de la semana 6. ¿Dónde les gustaría que lo hiciéramos? ¿Cuándo les gustaría que lo hiciéramos? Igual que tuviéramos tiempo para prepararlo y todo, no sé si quizá en vez lo hacemos el lunes de la semana 7 y ya el jueves de la semana 8 hacemos la otra.
Podría ser también.
O lo hacemos un día antes, o hacemos el miércoles de la semana 6. En vez de el miércoles 15.
Wednesday 15th
Yeah, Wednesday.
or Monday 20th.
Or
right?
Monday 20th, yes.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know,
15, huh?
would you prefer the Wednesday the 15th?
Yeah, it's okay.
Yeah?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so we'll do it on the Wednesday the 15th then.
Mm-hmm.
So then what we could do is then for this Thursday, have your presentation. Okay. We have to think about what subject would you like to do, because I mean we did a subject that you understood much better, like as we mentioned on Thursday.
Okay.
So what would you like to speak about? ¿De qué les gustaría? O sea, volviendo así, claro, eligiendo un tema que, claro, que les acomoda y todo. No sé, estaba pensando, yo lo que estaba pensando era, no sé, de su trabajo. Podría ser, ¿o no? O sea, como por ejemplo tu rol ahora de la radio. A ver qué haces en la radio, hablar sobre tu trabajo y tú, Heidi, hablar sobre lo que haces tú. No sé. O es una idea. Una idea. No sé si a usted le gustaría hablar de otra cosa. O de un tema libre. ¿Qué les acomoda más?
Well, yes, I believe that is okay.
Yeah. Do you think would
Yeah.
you like to do that, Heidi? I mean, you could talk about your job. So would that be okay?
Yeah.
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 De todas las personas que han metido a la cárcel.
Oh no.
No.
I am trying to sacarlas.
Pero en una de esas tienes que meter gente. O sea, pero que tú estás en contra
Yeah,
de.
yeah, it happens, but it's Mexico. With money. That is the
Yeah.
truth.
Well, yeah, that's true. So, I mean, if that's what you would like, I mean, we could do that. I mean, it's entirely up to you. We could talk about that. So yeah, Heidi, we talk about your job, what it is that you do in your job. Yeah, I mean, like, oh, I do this in my job. I work for this place. I do this in my job. This is what I do every day. Sometimes I have to do these things. Sometimes, I don't know. Podrías hacer como eso, o sea, como hablar de tu día a día y no sé, bueno, para los dos, tu día a día y no sé, pues de repente, a veces tengo que hacer todo, otras veces como que suceden cosas y tengo que hacer estas otras cosas y todo, bla. No sé. No sé, ¿qué te parece a ti, Raúl? ¿Te parece bien o te gustaría otra cosa?
No. Of course.
Of course. All right.
Of course.
All right. So you can talk about the radio, like what you do at the radio. What's your job? What do you do at the radio? Like,
Okay.
everything that you do. What do you do at the radio? What does Raúl do at the radio? Okay. So you said that you have to speak with clients. You have to get sponsors and stuff like that. You could talk about that. You could talk about your morning program, what it is that you say in your morning program, things like that. So you could have that for Thursday, tener como su borrador para el jueves. Ya de ahí ya lo trabajamos el jueves, el lunes y el martes. Y aparte van a tener ese fin de semana como para marinar ciertas ideas. Y ya para el lunes ya pueden tener algo bien estructurado.
Okay.
Bien. Good.
Okay.
All right. En eso quedamos. Entonces, después el miércoles con todo. Presentación 3. Imagínate, pasa rápido. Pasa rápido.
Sí.
Very fast.
Muy rápido.
Very fast. Okay, so what I was thinking we could do, there's two, well, I mean, I don't know. I was thinking what we could do today, what we could talk about today, what we could discuss was either we could talk about our future plans. Like, what are your future plans? Like from here for next year, what you would like to do in 3 years' time, what you would like to do in 5 years' time. Like, talk about your future plans, what you would like to do, career-wise, personally, whatever, like anything you want. Or we could, I don't know if we can here. No, No, let's do that. No, the other idea is crap. It's terrible. I'm thinking, lo estoy pensando ahora y como, no, mala la idea. No. Idea mala. So yeah, so we'll talk about our plans, our future plans. So Raul, what would you like to, where do you see yourself in a year? What are your future plans? Or in a year, or 3 years, 5 years? What?
Oh, teacher, I would like married the next year, and I would like to have other work, and I would like to live in other city.
You like to remember it's
the
live.
next year.
Next year, okay.
Next year.
Remember it's live. Remember that, live, not live, live.
Live. Sorry.
Live, yeah, remember that. Because live, aunque se escribe igual, live significa en vivo.
Ajá, y no.
Como
transmisión, ¿no?
Transmisión en vivo.
Like right now.
Yeah, exactly. So we're live. We're live. But live is like, for example, I live in Jalapa. Like I live in blah blah blah. That's what that means. Okay, so for next year, so you said you want to get married next year.
I would like, and I would like to marry the next year. I am 53 years old.
So, sorry, you're how old?
Sorry?
How old? So sorry, no. So how old did you say you were? Your age?
Yes.
No, how old? You? How old are you?
Sí. How old is 43.
43.
43 years
43.
old.
Okay. All right. But,
I am old.
No.
No.
Of course not.
Pienso de esta forma, todavía te quedan 50 años de vida, más o menos el promedio. No estás ni a la mitad.
Ni la mitad.
O sea,
eso, sí.
Eso es verdad. O sea, esa presión que la gente se pone, no, es que a los 30 tienes que tener esto, a los 35 esto, a los 40 eso. Es como, bueno, no, o sea, me quedan 40, 50, bueno, 60 años de vida. O sea, bueno, no. Hay gente que tiene 70 y tantos años y todavía no sabe lo que les gusta, no sabe qué es lo que quiere. O sea, no pongas la presión de decir, es que me tengo que casar y esas cosas. No, sí. Loco, vive la vida.
You are right.
Yeah. I mean, do it if you like. I mean, if you like, you should do it because you want to do it, not because you feel pressure from other people who is in their lives. O sea, esa presión así como que, no, es que tienes que casarte y todo, es como, bueno, es mi vida. O sea, ni siquiera, mira, si yo me caso, a ti no te influye. Y si no me caso, tampoco te influye. O sea, lo que yo haga da lo mismo. ¿Qué te influye? O sea, en nada. Sí, entonces, claro, o sea, si tú sientes de que quieres hacerlo, claro, hazlo. O sea, a fin de cuentas, es tu decisión, sea buena, sea mala, es tuya. Y nada más que la tuya. O sea, a los demás, la vida no les va a cambiar.
Eso sí.
Excepto la persona con que te vas a casar, claro. Es la única persona que, claro. Pero ahí es decisión de los dos. Because I mean, so I suppose then you have a relationship, you have a partner then, yeah?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. So how long have you been in your relationship?
6 months.
Oh, 6 months. All right,
6
not
months.
long. Okay, not long. Yeah, poquito. Poquito. Well. Okay. Yeah, I mean, if you feel that like you want to do it, like then go for it. Like, I mean, there's no there's no kind of like time to say like, oh, it's good to get married, it's bad to get married. You should wait. You should do this. You should do that. I mean, you do it if you want to do it. Of course, I mean, the more you know the person, the better, of course. I mean, if you know that person really, really well and you're really sure, then yeah, of course. But I mean, if you're like, yeah, I mean, I want to do it, like, and I'm happy and that's my decision, then go for it. Like, yeah, I'll get married and I'll do it. Again, it's your life. Like, I mean, like if you get married, it makes no difference to me. And if you don't get married, it makes no difference to me. Like, I mean, my life doesn't change because you're getting married. Like, I mean, you should do it because you want to, and that's it. Like, I mean, you should never feel the pressure of other people. I mean, you're like, oh, you should get married, blah, blah, blah. It's like, sí, weón, dale. Eso es que así funciona la vida. O sea, que la gente diga, sí, tienes que hacer esto, sí, sí, sí. Y siga haciendo lo que quería hacer. A lo mismo. Para que los demás se callen, así como, ya, sí, dale, sí. Y así lo tuyo, nomás. Así, ya, listo.
Exactly.
Yeah, yeah. Okay. So you said where would you like to live? Because you said you would like to move to another city. You'd like to live someplace else. Where would you like to live?
In Puebla.
In Puebla.
I live in Puebla.
Okay. So you lived in Puebla before? Or no? No? You haven't lived in Puebla.
Sí, I like Puebla.
You like Puebla, but
I like Puebla and I like Mexico City.
But you prefer Puebla. Prefieres Puebla.
Sí, prefer Puebla.
Okay.
And I like Santiago de Chile.
Very good. Very good.
I like to visit Santiago de Chile.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know if, like, I mean,
it's a city very interesting. Oh no?
Yeah, no, it is a very interesting city. It is very interesting because, I mean, and it's big. It's a big city. There's got a lot of things. It's a lot of cultural places and fun places to go. Like, I mean, yeah, Santiago is a cool city. But I prefer other places in Chile. Like, personally, I would choose another. I would go to a different city. But yeah, Santiago is, like, I mean, it has everything. Like, I mean, it's as a big city should. I mean, it's got big stadiums and big museums and I don't know, like, I mean, whatever you're looking for, Santiago has. Like, I mean, it's a great city. Like, and yeah, the public transport, like, I mean, it's crap, but like but it is what it is. The good thing is the metro in Santiago and Chile is very good. The metro is excellent. It's super clean. It's efficient. It's big. Like, it's a very good system, the metro system in Santiago. So at the moment they have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. They have 7 lines in the metro.
7 lines?
7 lines. And they're going to build more. They're building more lines. I think in a few years they should have like 9 lines now. In a few more years. But yeah, I mean, and it's a really good system. The metro system is very good. However, when it's peak time hora pico.
Hora pico.
Que en Chile no le dicen así y nunca le digas así, porque hora pico significa una cosa completamente diferente en Chile. Sí, completamente nada que ver. Entonces nunca le digas pico, porque no, significa algo completamente diferente. Si en Chile dicen horario peak o horario punta.
Horario punta.
Horario punta. Sí.
Qué bueno que me...
Sí, pero nunca le digas pico porque se van a reír. O sea, sí. Eso significa otra cosa. Es horrible. O sea, lo he hecho y no. O sea, es horrible. O sea, uno ni siquiera puede entrar a la estación de lo lleno que está. O sea, sí, que hasta abajo, porque va, claro, bajo tierra, va bajando, llegando al andén y está lleno por todos lados. Y que después, lo peor es que cuando llegas, me pasó muchas veces, en que a veces, porque en el horario punta cobra más caro. Pasas tu tarjeta, porque es con una tarjeta, y lo pones encima de un lector y te cobra. Llegar ahí y hacerlo y que no tengas dinero.
No.
Y después tienes que hacer una fila para cargarlo y que te demoras y después la fila de nuevo para pasar y todo. No, es un desastre. O sea, tienes que estar súper seguro que tienes dinero en la cosa antes de ir a entrar, porque así a mí me pasó varias veces.
Oh,
Varias
no.
veces. Y no puedes pasar, pues no pasa. Y la gente atrás, "Ay, ya, pues, ya, apúrate, porque claro, o sea, a la hora punta y todo, la gente está desesperada. Entonces te demoras un segundo y la gente se enoja.
Ok. Oiga, ¿y where are the Palace of Money? ¿O Money of Palace?
Palacio de la Moneda.
Ajá.
Yeah, so it's just Palacio de la Moneda. Y no le cambias el nombre, se llama Palacio de la Moneda.
¿Verdad?
That's where the president. I mean, he doesn't live there, but that's the Palacio de Gobierno. Yeah, that's in the city center. That's in the center of Santiago. So that's a very interesting place, Palacio de la Moneda, because it has been bombarded before. It was bombarded in 1973 by Augusto Pinochet, it was a dictator in Chile from 73 till 1990. So for 17 years, he was a dictator in Chile. And the 11th of September of 1973 was when he bombarded. It was a coup, un golpe de estado. He bombarded the palace with the president of the time, Salvador Allende. He was in charge. He was the president for 3 years until he died in the attack to La Moneda. The thing is that Salvador Allende, he was elected as president democratically, but he was a communist, a socialist, not communist. He was a socialist, so it was a left wing in the middle of the Cold War in South America. A left president, no, like they didn't. So what happened is that the United States, they orchestrated everything. And they put Pinochet in power because they didn't want another Cuba. So like, no, we can't have another Cuba. No. Allende out, Pinochet in. And yeah. So it was all orchestrated by the United States. I mean, it's not a conspiracy theory. It's true. Like, I mean, the United States has said, yes, we did this. The CIA has said, yes, we did this. Because it was a whole plan. It was a whole plan to first of all to try a new to get rid of the socialists and everything. One of the other things that they wanted to do was to install a new economical system, which is the neoliberal, sistema económico neoliberal, that was designed by people from the University of Chicago, which are called the Chicago Boys. They came up with this economical system, but they needed to try it. So what better place than putting a dictator in South America, in the far away, because Chile is so far away. Even though Chile is part of mainland, it's like an island. O sea, aunque sea, es como una isla, porque Chile está, o sea, toda la costa Pacífico y al otro lado tiene la cordillera de los Andes. O sea, es como una cuestión completamente aislada, así como que, sí. So that's what they did. So they said, let's try it out in Chile. So they did. And that's economical system that has been governing in Chile for the last, well, since 1973. I mean, how long is that? That's 40 years, over 40, nearly 50 years now. So it's and it's been going on for that long. So now, I mean, not as drastic. I mean, it has changed, but that's economical system that has been ruling Chile for almost 50 years. So and it failed. It doesn't work. The system doesn't work. But we don't change it because we're so accustomed to it. And Chile, I mean, you can see it a lot in Latin America, but I think that in Chile, it's more the polarization of politics and how people speak and how they're thinking, or like you are a fascist or you are a communist. That's it. Like, I mean, you're either fascist or communist. Like, I mean, it's super extreme to some people. Like, I mean, there are other people. I mean, of course, there's middle and it's gray and everything. But like, if you'd speak to like a right-wing person and you think about, oh yeah, we should have like a healthcare, like a universal healthcare. Oh no, that's a communist idea. I should not think of that. Blah blah blah. Like, I mean, communist bad and everything. And the other way around, you speak to someone who's a left wing and you say, no, I think the privatization of certain companies of things that private should be separated from the state. Like, oh no, that's a fascist idea. I should not think about that. I was like, how do you jump everything and you go straight to fascist, and the other way around? How do you jump everything and go straight to communist? That's the way the Chilean person thinks. Like, it's super extreme. Like, it's ridiculous. Like, I mean, it's and the thing that I've realized, and I'm like this because that's where I grew up and like it's where I lived for a long time of my life, is that the Chilean is very good at complaining, but like and criticizing. The Chilean person is very critical, like extremely critical to a fault. And it's like, okay, it's good to criticize, it's good to like critical thinking and kind of analyze things, but the Chilean knows, like, it just boom, like, I mean, like you do something wrong and they criticize you and you're like, they just destroy you with criticism. And that's why it's like it's not good in that sense. Like, it's terrible.
But in one sense it's good because sometimes the people don't criticize nothing and just leave, and the people say, the government say, yes, it's like this in this way, and the people say, oh, okay.
But the thing is that they criticize, but they don't do anything. I mean, which is worse, because you just say, oh, this is bad, this is bad. I was like, o te quedas callado, o sea, criticas, pero no haces nada.
Yeah.
Y eso en todos los niveles, o sea, de presidente hacia abajo.
Yeah.
Que no, es que el presidente no va a hacer esto. Y ahí queda. Así como que ya no pasa nada. Así como que, I mean, it's a Latin American thing. Like, I mean, you see that a lot everywhere in Latin America. But Chile is just, I think, I mean, I think I think it's slightly worse in that sense of just kind of like people are just like really extreme, but it's the same in all Latin America. Like, I mean, like it's from Mexico down, like it's the whole same. Like, I mean, it doesn't change. But yeah.
Yeah.
So what about you, Heidi? I haven't asked you, what about your plans? What would you like to do?
Well, I expect to live in my house now when all these fixes are done. Yeah, I hope so. So, and basically is my main goal for the next year, basically, that have done everything in the house, boiled and put everything where it needs to be.
Okay.
Stay, yeah, because right now it's a disaster still. And yeah, we have 3 months to 3-4 months to end this year, so it's crazy.
Exactly. I mean, yeah, you're right. I mean, we're in the last third of the year, the last quarter of the year, and like it's mad. Like, but so what are your plans after that? After you finished remodeling your house and everything, what would you like to do after that?
Yeah, well, I don't think, not as usual that I think about what I will go to do in the next times. I don't have the kind of person that plans nothing, because my old plans don't work. So I am trying to live where the things come in, because that works for me. But basically, I hope build a family. Uh, when I don't know, I don't know when, but it's one of my goals, my plans, and I hope be better in the English. Is my most near goal is be better in the English, because I need to be better.
You need to be better.
Yeah,
Okay.
better is my mind, is the principal goal that I have, because sometimes in my job, my boss is a very good person, because he has hired me with this level of English, basically. Yeah. So, but time to time, he remembers me that you need be better. You need to talk with clients. You need to attend calls or meetings and stuff like that, and you need to be more professional, and your English must to be professional, like the company is. And yeah, and my response is, yes, I know. Yes, I know. My head is in game. Yes, I know.
I know.
Yes, I know.
Okay. Yeah, I mean,
Yeah, I expect to be better in the English in the next year. It's my main.
it's your main goal.
Yeah, my main goal after my
Okay.
house, after and before my family, even to build my family is my mind, my principle.
It's your main goal.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's I mean, it makes perfect sense. Like, I mean, for because of what you do and what where you're working. Like, I mean, the English is quite important. Now, I mean, it's not a bad level of English. It isn't. Like, it's not like you can't have a conversation, because you can. You can have a conversation. So that's good to know, and to be able to work on that. So yeah, I mean, we of course have to. There's certain mistakes, of course, that we need to fix, and that we need to go through and everything, and try to not make the same mistakes again and again. Because what happens is that, like, if you keep making the same mistakes over and over and over again, then the problem is that not with the teacher or anything. Like, I mean, I have no problem. Like, if I'm like to tell you, like, look, like, you've made the mistake for the 100th time. Like, I don't mind. Like, I mean, it happens. Like, I mean, but the thing is that you have to learn from that. It's like, look, if I have to tell you 100 times, I've got no problem. But that means that, or there's a problem there in which of you're not retaining that information. It's like, you're like, it goes in here and it comes out here, and it's like you need to kind of like stop making the same mistakes. There's no problem repeating them. If I have to repeat them, I will. Like, I mean, that's what I'm here for. That's what I do. But you have to not make them. You have to, like, be certain, like, I have to stop making these mistakes, the same ones over and over again. So, like, for example, there when you were explaining about your boss, you were saying, my boss remembers me, that I need to reminds me because because when you say my boss reminds me to I don't know, he reminds me to practice my English. That's it, remind. Okay, so that's the verb. Así como de, él me recuerda que tengo que trabajar en inglés, me recuerda que tengo que cualquier cosa. Eso es remind. Porque si dices he remembers me.
Yes, it's like think on me.
Exactly. Se acuerda de mí. Se
Uh-huh.
acuerda de mí. Ah, sí. Ah, Heidi. Ah, sí me acuerdo de ella. Así como,
Yeah. Okay,
that's what remembers me means. The same as recall.
Yeah.
To recall is like it's the same thing. It's like a synonym. But remind is different. It's like, I mean, like for example, can you remind me to call John at 8 o'clock? Like, okay, I'll remind you to call John at 8 o'clock, whatever. That's what that means. That's what remind means. So yeah, I mean, those are the certain things that you, of course, I mean, this is fine. Like, I mean, there's no problem with that, as in like, this is probably vocabulary that you probably didn't know, or you probably didn't remember or something. But if you're constantly making the same mistake like every day, and it's like,
I will go to remember used in Tibet wrong way the words.
Exactly, and you're just like, look, we need to work on that, like and practice it. I mean, this goes for both of you. I mean, it goes for your role and Heidi. That like we need to try and not keep making the same mistakes. So that it's because that forces you to learn. It's like, look, I need to learn this and everything, because like you're not going to have someone who's going to help you always with it. Like, I mean, you're going to have to do things on your own sometimes, and hopefully not just sometimes, hopefully always you're gonna have to do things on your own with the other language. And yeah, people are still going to understand anyway. Is like, for example, like, oh, he remembers me that I need to call John. It's like, okay, she means remind, but okay, I mean, she used the wrong verb, whatever. I understand what she's saying, and that's fine. But you can't stay at that, because you have to respect the other person that's listening to you. That like, okay, I mean, the other person still understands even if you make a mistake, but respect that person, that you don't make those mistakes. Respect that person that's listening to you, so you don't make those mistakes again, and that you speak properly, and that you use the right verbs, the right grammar, the right tense, whatever it is that you need to use, so that the other person can understand you perfectly, and that you can have a better conversation. That's the whole point, is that respect that you have to have to the other person, and that of course that person will give to you as well. That's the idea that you have to aim to as well. It's like, okay, I need to learn how to speak properly to show respect to the other person. Of course, it's not like that. Like, oh, it's a disrespect. Don't speak to me ever again. Oh no, no.
I know, yes, I know, but yeah,
it's that thing. It's like, oh, this person speaks properly, and it shows a good image, because like, oh, this person is learning and learned, and they know, and it's like, okay, and because you know another language, you straight away give respect. I mean, that you impose respect to the other person. Like, oh, this other person speaks another language, speaks 2, 3, 4 languages. Like, oh wow, like straight away you're like, wow, that's great. Like, I mean, I had this respect for that, for this other person straight away. I mean, in like subconsciously, you have that respect for that other person. It's amazing how it happens. Like, I mean, when you hear a person who says, look, I can speak 5 languages. Like, for me personally, I'm like, oh wow, like, I mean,
yeah,
that's amazing. Like, I mean,
yeah,
like,
because
it is super amazing. I
it's
remember
difficult for me remember Spanish and English at the same time. Yeah, sometimes because I am trying to learn English, so sometimes I don't remember how say things in Spanish, and oh, I don't remember how say that. What is the name? I don't remember in Spanish.
It happens. It happens. I mean, it happens to all of us. It happens to every single one of us. No matter how many languages you speak, you're always going to have that problem of like, oh, like, what is it? How'd you call this? Like a pen, like what is this? Like,
yeah, you know what it is, but
you know what
don't remember.
exactly, and just like it won't come out, and you're like, and you're like, it happens to all of us. Like, I mean, like it's not a like you or just one thing. It's like it happens to every single one of us. Like, and of course, people who speak more languages, it happens to them as well. And probably even more frustrating because they could say the same object in 5 different languages and they can't say one of them. It's like so it's even more frustrating. Yeah. I remember the first time that happened. Like, when was it? I was with my dad. So yeah, I was with my father in Belgium, and we took a train from Belgium to the Netherlands, to Amsterdam. So I went from Antwerp, which is a city in the north of Belgium, to Amsterdam. And on the train, there was this person who was selling, like, on a trolley, he was selling coffee and sweets and crisps and just things to eat on the train. And he came up to us and he spoke to us in French. And we're like, oh, sorry, no, we don't speak French. And I say, Deutsch. Like, no, we don't speak Dutch or German or anything. So it's, no, English. I was like, oh, okay. And I'm like, oh, wow. And then we asked him, like, how many languages do you speak? And it's, 5. But he was like, just, yeah, 5. Like, what? Like, speaks 5 languages. But like, look at it. Like, he was selling crisps, like just a seller on the train, and he speaks 5 languages. It's like, how cool is that? So he spoke French, German, Dutch, yeah, English, and Italian.
Wow.
I was like, wow. That's amazing. So, like, I mean, I don't want to say that's what you should aim for, to speak 5 languages, because, like, no. But if you can, then definitely do it. Yeah, I mean, because it does happen. And it's amazing. Like, the more languages you learn to speak, the easier it gets to learn another one. It just it gets easier. It gets easier for you. So, like, for example, yeah, to learn a second language, it's much more difficult than to learn a third language or fourth language. It gets easier by time passes because your brain starts to associate things much easier. Because if you're focused just on one language, it's like your brain is just focused on one language and that's it. Like, it won't associate things. But then, and that's why it's harder for the brain to break that plasticity and that mold for a second language, like in this case for you guys, English. So that's why it is harder for you, like, to speak English, because because you learned for over 30 years that that Spanish is your language, and that's it. Like, but once you do that, once you learn English and you can do things in English, you're kind of like, oh, it's going to be easier to do French, German, or Italian, or whatever, Portuguese. It's going to be much easier to do that. So yeah, I think that's the kind of thing that, like, for the next few years, I mean, if you have the opportunity and you have the time and the chance to do it, and you have English really well, you should definitely go for a third language. Like, because nowadays 2 languages is not enough in this world. Just knowing English and Spanish is like, millions of people can do that. Like, you're nothing special, unfortunately. It's like, yeah, learn a third language.
Yes, I know.
It's hard. It's super hard, but it's the reality. That's true. It's the reality that we live in right now.
Yeah.
It's very difficult.
Yeah, it is.
Okay, guys. We'll leave it to that today. All right. So remember for Thursday to have your presentation. I mean, part of it and everything about what you want to do. I mean, your on what you want to do. Your jobs and everything. Now, if you come up with a better idea, we can change it. If you'd like to do something different, if like, oh, we could talk, we could do this, we could change it. but if not, we'll do the jobs like the radio and legal. So we'll do that for next Wednesday. Okay, guys. Have a great evening, and I'll see you guys tomorrow.
Bye.
Bye, teacher.
Bye, guys. Take care.
Thank you so much, us. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.